Hello. Welcome to Monday.
Hi, Tanner.
It's halftime.
How are you?
I'm here and I am breathing.
Why'd you start the show without me? I was offset for 2 seconds, and I come flying back because I'm like, wait, and you're just like, nope. Turn the cameras on, run it, make it happen.
I got scared. I panicked for a brief moment, a hot sec.
So that's why you started it without me.
I was moody, man. Just out there mooding it up.
Moody Monday, that's what it is here on halftime, that's for sure.
Yes.
It is. It's a good day to be alive. You get to go to Florida on Wednesday. I get to go to Florida on Wednesday. Everybody gets to go to Florida.
The rest of the world just stops for a couple days.
It really does. And by the rest of the world, we mean Bruce Sports, which is obviously the rest of the world. There will be no programming Thursday, Friday here, but Tanner and I will probably check in at some point, some way, from Florida. We won't be there together. We're going to be in different parts of the state.
Yes.
I'll be down in southern Florida in Napoli.
And I'll be in central Florida and then southwestern Florida in Venice. The other Venice.
Oh, maybe they have gondolas. You never know.
It'd be stupid if they didn't.
I'd be very offended. Be like,
missing
your
some
name
marketing.
is Venice.
Yes.
You have to.
I agree.
You're going to Harry Potter World, though, too.
I am. I'm going to...
the wizardly world of Harry Potter?
I grew up a Disney guy, so I've only been to Universal once. I've been to Disney a bunch of times.
Do you have a Disney princess that you associate the most with?
Cinderella, man. Cinderella.
I mean...
However, I do have one bone to pick with Cinderella. Why does the party have to stop at midnight?
Right?
Unbelievable.
Well, because Mama says nothing good ever happens. Well, it's after 2 a.m., but still.
Well, the fairy godmother was like, okay, but I want you home by midnight.
2 more hours.
I want you home by midnight. The bar closes at 2, but I want you home at midnight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, I mean, those last couple of shots and, last call, people can get pretty messed up. Yes. You're a bartender, you know, people take it a step too far.
She sprints out to beat the rush and loses the slipper. Come on, man.
It happens all the time.
Unbelievable.
I don't understand.
Just ridiculous.
Doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Whatever.
No.
I don't know. Well, a very happy afternoon and good day to all of you people, to Adam and Liz and Trevor and Jeff and everybody else tuning in. It's great to see all of you amazing people today. We are doing a halftime drill where you guys have to decide the punishment for us today. It's 2 very simple things.
Sorry, I'm just mesmerized, Cameron.
Mesmerized by your image as you normally are. You look at yourself, you're like, that handsome devil. Good God.
Absolutely incredible.
You're an amazing person.
Yes. Anywho.
It's
what are
an
we talking about?
Person. I have no idea. Who are you?
Who am I?
I have no idea. What's going on?
David, our producer, is flailing his arms. It looks like he's having a panic attack. I don't know what that means. We're going to check on that. Today is Monday, of course. For those of you that have not heard, there are sports things happening out there. Let me just say, I'll start off hot. I'm moody in one thing here. Lonzo Ball drops a new rap hit, apparently. I don't know if it's a top 20 or a top 40. I will probably listen to it after the show today, but he is in one of course, Drake's songs.
It's not safe for work from what I've heard.
I've tried so hard to not hate Drake sometimes. And, I mean, let me just start here. Drake did not start from the bottom, but he is here. He started getting shot in the back on Degrassi while making a lot of money as a teenager. And then breaking out into the rap world.
I mean, it started from the bottom. Is he saying, I was a baby, and then all of a sudden I was,
now
famous?
I'm here?
Yeah, here I am.
Yes. Apparently there's a double meaning for that phrase. But yes,
started from the bottom.
So Lonzo Ball is in one of Drake's raps, Free
Why?
Smoke. The song also features DC the Don.
Who?
A quarter for anybody that knows who the heck that guy is. Here's one of the lyrics in the song. In a couple months, I'll be in a mansion with my car clean and my diamonds dancing. Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo Ball. Classic. And this is going to be while he's playing for the Lakers. He's probably going to have a lot of free time to clean his car while he's, dancing with his diamonds.
I hear living expenses are very high in L.A.
They are.
Don't expect a lot of diamonds.
I've stayed out there for short times.
Contract.
It's ridiculous.
He's not making millions right out of the gate.
Sure,
he thinks
will.
You think? No, I mean, he gets a rookie contract.
Yeah, he's going to get overpaid because L.A. is stupid.
Oh, my God.
Let's be honest. You and I both know that.
Anyways, I'm moody about that because it's just frustrating.
I understand.
Just get out of here.
I'm moody in a good way. I'm moody for the fact that J.R. Smith apparently got fined. Not because he ran his mouth, not because he did something stupid in the media, nothing like that. Mm-hmm. He was fined $100 by his own coach because he bit on a pump fake. Bit on a pump fake. Tyrone Lue fined J.R. Smith $100 for jumping on a pump fake during the 4th game against DeMar DeRozan.
I'm looking at the watch in his picture, and his watch is probably worth $10,000.
Right? $100 he got fined because he bit on a pump fake. He learned the coach wasn't joking. He had jumped at one point while defending DeRozan. A $100 fine was then applied. It is something apparently that Tyronn Lue has with his players, that if you jump on a pump fake, you got to be so disciplined and so focused.
$100.
$100. Just like that.
Why not?
That's nice and easy. It's like me saying, I bet you $1 every time you touch your microphone. Like, you're going to eventually stop touching, and kind of things like that.
Yes, I'll start doing other things.
$100 for an NBA player is literally nothing.
It's a sneeze.
Right.
Is what it is.
I mean, I whipped $100 out of my wallet last night and gave it to my wife, just like it was nothing. It's my.
Did you?
I did.
What were you doing last night?
That's irrelevant to the conversation. The point being made is that sometimes $100 is okay for certain people to just throw around like it's no big deal. We'll talk off the air.
Trevor says J.R. Smith is a national treasure.
He really is. I mean, I'm surprised he actually was able to find his shirt after that the Cleveland Cavaliers celebrations. There was all the questions of whether or not he was going to find his shirt. Thankfully, he did. Greg says what he's a moody about. He says, Adam also says #strippers. Why not, I guess. Greg says, I'm moody because Aaron Hicks is there. Is there a way up the wire? And he says, I really want to pick him up, apparently. So he's communicating with our producer, David, apparently, based off of players in fantasy baseball that he wants to pick up. So I get it. Fantasy baseball, it's heating up. We are a little over.
Do people really play fantasy baseball?
Our producer David does.
David, you play fantasy baseball?
He does.
Oh my God!
Let's get our producer David does have a microphone on him today. I want to producer David give us a real quick update on the David Bobkey fantasy baseball team. How's it looking so far?
It sucks.
It sucks. Is it a rebuilding year?
Not going well so far.
Do you do fantasy football too, David?
Not well.
Okay,
but you do it though.
Technically.
Do you play any other fantasy sports?
Fantasy.
I've played fantasy hockey once.
What about fantasy NASCAR?
People actually do that.
Yeah.
Fantasy golf is also another one that gets me.
I mean, I get the one once a week sports. Like fantasy NASCAR, you pick your guys, you pick your team, whatever.
Right.
On Sundays, you're done.
Right. Nice
but
and
like
easy.
football, on Sundays, you're done. Thursday, Sunday, Monday, you're done. Mm-hmm. Baseball is every freaking day. Some teams play more than other teams. So like, I want nothing to do with that.
No, thank you.
There are weekly leagues for baseball.
Nobody plays in those.
There's season leagues, weekly leagues, daily leagues.
Nobody plays.
There's probably fantasy badminton.
We could make it a thing.
There's
fantasy college basketball and college football, actually.
Oh, my gosh.
That just seems way too difficult for me to play, honestly. There's too many players to choose from, that's for sure. Speaking of college football and the wide world of football, before we get to it, actually, a real quick reminder, we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube and on Spreaker.com. Make sure you subscribe.
We're broadcasting on all of those things?
3 different places, all at the same time. You need a moment?
No, I'm good.
Okay, good. Just a quick reminder for you. But a very intriguing article I saw coming from sportsmockery.com. Go figure, it's a Chicago-based website.
Sports Mockery.
Sports Mockery. There is an article out by Eric Lambert. He said, why Jim Harbaugh is a serious candidate to coach the Bears in 2018.
Here we go.
It's not actually going to happen. It's not actually an official rumor or any of that fun business, but it is certainly an intriguing and interesting thought.
Jim Harbaugh is like that crazy uncle in the family who twice removed, married into the family, then got divorced, and then was honored back in. So is he coming back in the league, and we're just gonna be like, all right, Jim, come on back?
I think
Why
probably
not?
he would. Yeah.
Da-da-da.
Here's the biggest thing about this is that the only reason Harbaugh would come, he apparently was rumored for the job back in 2010.
When he took the job with Michigan.
No, when he took the job with San
Francisco?
Was he coach back at San Fran in 2010? That doesn't sound right to me. I don't think he had coached
was.
that long. But either way, the reason a lot of people are saying this is he would like to go back. He's told many people that his dream job would be to coach the Bears because that's where he started his career under Coach Mike Ditka back in the day. That's the big thing about this. So
I don't know if the Bears have the necessary tools to entice Jim Harbaugh to come over from a $9 million contract with Michigan.
I mean, it is.
The Bears would have to pay him at least $9 million, probably more. They'd probably have to pay him more.
He was coaching Stanford back in 2009, so that's probably why.
Is Jim Harbaugh worth $9 million a year?
I think if he gets them into the college football playoff this year and they go to the championship, but even if they don't win it, I think then yes.
Okay.
But after the season they had last year, I would have to say no. He's not worth $9 million yet.
All right.
I mean, he spent time with frickin' the Pope while they were there.
Was he worth $9 million when he was playing football?
Oh, that I don't know.
I don't remember. I don't know the.
I don't remember either of the Harbaugh brothers doing anything of relevance, honestly.
Aside from Jim Harbaugh punching Jim Kelly in the face at a pre-broadcast.
You would remember
meeting.
that. Yeah.
Well, Jim Kelly called Jim Harbaugh a wimp on the field, and Harbaugh hunted him down, met him at a pre-broadcast meeting, called him out, and just punched him square in the face. Fun fact, he broke his finger that day and was not able to play the game on Sunday. So
Jimmy
good on you,
Kelly's
Jim.
got the iron jaw.
Yeah.
Nice and chiseled like Tanner and I do.
The right Harbaugh won the Super Bowl, by the way.
I suppose. I would have preferred if neither of them won. But what are you
Yes.
going to do? Do you think that Jim Harbaugh would have stayed at San Fran if they had won the Super Bowl instead of going to Michigan?
Oh, man. With Colin Kaepernick?
Colin Kaepernick.
I don't know. That's a good question. I've never thought
Colin
about
Kaepernick
that.
would probably have been still the starting quarterback for San Fran if Harbaugh was still there, let's be honest. Because we know that Jim and Colin were BFFs.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
It's like,
here's the
and?
deal. Would that change how their organization has panned out?
I think it would have.
Do you think Colin Kaepernick would still be a good quarterback?
I
good,
do.
loose
Yes.
term? Okay.
As long as they played Green Bay every single game.
Yes.
And they just had the exact same secondary. But yes, I do believe, honestly, and I mean this truthfully for those that are out there, like you debating that I don't know if a kick was good or not from 81 yards. That's a conversation for another one time.
Trevor says, Jim Harbaugh broke his hand punching Jim Kelly's iron jaw. Colts drafted Peyton Manning the next year. Is that true? They drafted Peyton Manning the year after Harbaugh broke his hand? He was still there? My God. Insane. Anyways.
I guess that proves how bad Indianapolis was that they had to pick first overall.
Yes.
I don't know. Trevor and Jeff are making comments about my appearance today with my glasses. I'm not actually like being that guy to just wear glasses to wear glasses. These are actually those blue light computer screen glasses just because I stare at monitors and cameras and screens all day that my eyes get a little wonky after a while. So these are things that I can wear to help reduce that. I didn't wear them for the morning show just because I was still fresh. But I've been working now for, 5.5, 6 hours, and my eyes are starting to get a little meh. So that's why I decided to put them on for this show.
Understandable.
Plus, I can always just be like, are you serious?
Whoa, Baxter, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, there he is.
I'm back.
It's like Clark Kent. Whoa! Who's this mystery man here on set with me?
Crazy. Anyway, we do want to ask you guys also to go ahead and vote here on Facebook when we do our Off the Rails. It is Trivia Monday. Producer David has all kinds of fun things for us that he's going to ask us. But you have to decide the punishment for Tanner and the punishment for myself. The two things that you can vote for is that the best way you described it is Jim Carrey and Liar Liar.
Yeah, so Jim Carrey and Liar Liar. David is going to get to, for every question we get wrong, David is going to either get to pie one of us in the face or the other person gets taped up or a part of their body gets taped up. So Google image search Jim Carrey, Liar Liar, and that's what I'm kind of hoping for.
I feel like my hand is going to get taped here and then my
We can only hope.
We
can only hope.
Thank
I love
you.
how you assume that you're going to be the one getting taped up.
You're assuming I'm going to get anything wrong. Is more so what it comes down to. I don't know.
True.
I'm just saying. That's my personal thing.
Josh says, tape! Here's the deal, Josh. One of us is going to get pied and the other person's going to get taped. So we need you guys, I know we're doing things a little differently today. We need you guys to figure out and help vote on who gets what punishment.
Trevor wins the comment of the day. He said, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's super broadcaster Baxter Colburn and Game Master Shyby voice. Yes, 100%. Shameless plug. Go listen to What's the Score, the Sports
amazing.
News Quiz. One of the
Amazing.
Brew Sports podcast. It's phenomenal. You'll understand that reference. Jeff wants to know if the glasses actually work. So far, I've only had them for a couple of days, but the couple of times I've worn them, they've actually done a pretty good job. As long as you put them on earlier. Don't have your eyes hurting and then put them on. You got to do it earlier in the day to play preventative defense.
Nepali officials want Mount Everest climbing age limit after 85-year-old dies on Mount Everest. Who's 85 years old going, yeah, I could do it?
Not me. 85 years old, I'm lucky if I can hit a golf ball as far.
85 years old. You take one step out of your car and your body's like, well, we had a good run.
We did.
As insensitive as that is,
You're
what
not
are you
wrong.
doing? What are you doing?
You're not wrong. My grandma is 90, 91, something like that. One of my two grandmas is 90, I believe. And, I mean, she can boogie and groove with the rest of them, but she ain't about to go climb Mount Everest.
AKA,
She can barely go down the street to, check the mail, let alone go to freaking Everest and start climbing.
multi-billionaire Mr. Blake from Mr. Deeds. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yes.
Remember Mr. Deeds?
Total idiot.
Mr. Blake, 85 years old,
Yes.
climbs Mount Everest and free. At least he got to the top. I want to know, would this guy get to the top?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I'm going to take the under that he did not get to the top.
I want to know why it took this long for the Nepali officials to decide that there needed to be an age limit. People die on Mount Everest every single year, and they're like, all right, guys, this guy was 85. This is ridiculous.
Right. All of a sudden, somebody's like, there ought to be a law. All right, I get it. You guys need to.
You can do it.
Did you see that George Lopez is driving around in a lift, picking people up?
Are you serious?
In a lowrider.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Is he playing
Yep.
lowrider?
Pulls up in a lowrider. He's doing a lift for some
Oh,
the
my
LA
God.
school district or something, like to help raise money. But he's driving around as a Lift driver. For only $10,
Unbelievable.
you can be a part of it. It's pretty cool.
I want to
And
hang
he
out
plays
with George
lowrider, like,
Lopez.
yeah.
Tom says, I say a good head shaving is in order. Not today.
Tanner and I just got
today.
haircuts.
Someday it probably will happen.
Maybe
but
once
not
we come
today.
back from vacation, I want to actually enjoy my vacation.
Yes. I need a haircut before I go, but I'm not trying to cut
You don't
all
need
of
a
them.
haircut.
I just want to get cleaned up.
This guy. This is what I picture Tanner doing in the bathroom mirror every morning as I'm sitting here at the studio.
No,
being
do you
like,
wanna know
where
what-
is he?
Do you want to know what I do every morning in the mirror? It's this. It's a dubstep.
Of course.
Yes.
to Lonzo Ball's new song, basically, is what
It's all about the eyebrow movements, my friend.
It is. It is all about the eyebrow movements. I understand that. Bruce Sports, gotta love it. Trevor, have a good rest of your day. Good luck with whatever you got going on. Good to see you. Thanks for swinging by in the comments section. John freaking Daly. Let's talk about that real quick. I got the notification that John Daly did something relevant, and I was just beside myself.
With a cigarette in his mouth and a beer in his hand.
And then he took like a beer bath after he was done too, didn't he? Something stupid
I don't
like
know.
that.
It's John Daly. Nothing surprises me with him
Right?
anymore.
I mean, when you're John Daly, you do what John Daly was and what John Daly is. Plain and simple, nice and easy.
He's just what's great about John Daly is he's only ever just played golf.
Right.
He's not out there like, oh man, I gotta sink this. He just walks up. He's like, all right,
Whatever.
I'm gonna do it
He's
today.
the guy you want to go play golf with. You're just like, screw it. Gonna go
Yeah.
take a swing and see what happens.
He's the guy at the country club that always has a couple Cubans in his bag, like cigars, not people, cigars.
yeah.
Okay, all right, just clearing that up. He's got a couple Cuban cigars in his bag. He's bringing the beer, not the expensive
Easy.
stuff, but
No.
the stuff you can drink on the course.
Yeah. It's going to be a good
And,
time.
You'll get a cooler and some ice when you get to the course.
Yeah. I'm all about that.
He's the guy that sneaks beer on.
When are we gonna go
doesn't tell
golfing?
anybody. Soon.
I have a night tomorrow.
I
wide
actually
open.
almost bought a set of children's plastic golf clubs so we could play with them around the studio.
We
but
should.
the balls were too hard.
Ah.
If I had a nickel, I didn't want to break anything. We need styrofoam up in here.
We do. Styrofoam balls.
Yes, but yeah,
Nice and squishy.
we will play golf.
I mean, I
so.
got free time tomorrow night if you'd like to go.
How was Jamie this morning after the Predators?
Jamie had a
Predators
very
victory.
sore voice. For anybody that tuned in this morning for Morning Brew, Jamie sounded like she'd been about a 12-pack-a-day smoker for about 400 years. But she did well, but she's beyond herself excited. But I asked the question this morning, and maybe you can help me figure this out. I said, what the duck is going on in Edmonton? The fact that Edmonton put in 7 goals last night against the Anaheim Ducks. I mean, if you ultimately have to end up facing the Edmonton Oilers if you're the Nashville Predators, I would be very worried. Very, very worried.
I was watching the Predators game the other night where they ultimately did end up winning, and they did not look good. I've watched the Predators for the entire playoffs so far, and I saw so many lazy passes, so many turnovers, and nobody was taking any chances throwing the puck at the net. And they were down 1-0, but it was still
You can't throw it. That's probably their first problem.
Right? Yes,
You can only
it's illegal to throw the
slash
puck.
it.
Yes, but they did not look like the Predators that
Right.
that swept the Chicago Blackhawks. So I would be worried if they do ultimately face the Edmonton Oilers because. Once the Oilers get to that point, I don't think there's any stopping them.
And this is the big thing. Edmonton did that 7-goal performance without any real contribution from Connor McDavid,
right.
which is
So,
terrifying.
But I wouldn't count the Predators out just yet because there is time for them to pick it up. Now they have a couple days before they need to get back at it again. So we will, I'm rooting for them. So go Preds.
Yeah, go Preds, that's for sure. So, all right, we are going to get out of here. We're going to come right back with Halftime Off the Rails Part 2. We'll have producer David asking us trivia questions, and we will be deciding who gets taped and who gets pied. David is warming himself up. He's very excited to do it. It's going to get messy, it's going to get tapey, and it's going to be a hell of a time. So we'll be back with more right here on Facebook, YouTube, and on Spreaker.com. Make sure to stay tuned for much more. It is Halftime Off the Rails. Back with part 2 in just a moment.
Grab yourself a beer. We'll be right back.